Okay, in response to my video about the race for governor in New Jersey, this person says, in all fairness, what do you think of his opponent's ideas of bringing down energy costs? So let's do that. Let's talk about both of their plans and just go from there. And just to get you back up to speed, the Republican Citrelli, however you say it, he wants to pull New Jersey out of RGGI, which is their cap and trade program. He wants to expand nuclear, and he wants to expand solar. If I remember correctly, the cap and trade thing was $2.80 a month is what it costs New Jersey residents. I like the idea of solar. I also like the idea of nuclear. The problem is, I don't know if people in New Jersey have 15 years to wait for more nuclear power to be built in New Jersey. Nuclear is a great source of power, but it is the startup costs are very expensive, and that's passed along to the ratepayers. Yes, it may be cheap once it's up and running, but they got to pay for the construction of that thing. And a great example is the Vogtle plant in Georgia, where those ratepayers are going to be paying for that nuclear plant for like the next 60 years because it went so far over budget. So if the goal is to drive down cost for people in New Jersey in any reasonable amount of time, nuclear is not even something they should be discussing in that conversation. Long term, yes. And then what I've heard from Mikey Sherrill is basically an all of the above approach. More natural gas, more solar, more wind, more of everything. If she has said anything contrary to that, I have not heard it. That's what I've heard from her basically repeatedly. Now, if I was going to be the governor of New Jersey and I was going to manage the energy problem or the cost of energy problem, I would actually do a little bit more than either one of these candidates are doing. I would want to do what Mikey Sherrill is doing, but recognizing that New Jersey has the highest utility rates in the country, and either one of these plans are going to involve the expansion of more power generation in the state of New Jersey, and understanding that that cost is going to get passed on to those ratepayers. While they may reduce energy costs long term, in the short term, both of these candidates would actually end up costing ratepayers more money just in the short term. So I would be thinking of ways of how to solve this problem and add power generation to the state of New Jersey without that. How can the cost of that new power generation being built and that new infrastructure being built somehow be absorbed by the state or somewhere else where it's not directed and passed on directly to ratepayers immediately, because they're already paying exorbitant amounts? Maybe some way where that cost could be applied to ratepayers long after that is built and those energy costs do come back down, sort of a ratepayer financing type thing where they capture their money back later down the road. And honestly, not sure what that would be, but that is something that I would be looking at if I was in their position. How do we add this power generation in the state without passing that cost on to the ratepayers and doing the all of above approach? That's what I would be working on. Thanks.